This is Business and Economy Network.
Hello viewers, glad to know you are watching your program. Those of you watching us in faraway Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ilore, Kano, Kaduna, Sokoto. Those of you watching us in South Africa, Ghana, London. Those of you watching via the internet channels, I want to say thank you so very much. This is your program. It is our program. It is Business and Economy Network. My name is Steyr, Peter Moche. Let me ask this question. Have you ever sat down to ask, why is it that you have people who are more successful in life? These are the stories of Nigerian companies and CEOs of various Nigerian companies that are doing very well, want to showcase today. For company spotlight, if you like, we have the COO, otherwise Chief Operating Officer of Union Auto Parts Manufacturing Limited, a subsidiary of the Beto Group. And not left out for company in focus, we have a car manufacturing, truck manufacturing, if you like, Steyr Nigeria Limited. The CEO is on the block today. And for special reports, we have the Chairman Chief Executive Officer of Azman Air Limited, otherwise the Azman Group. Well, this company, they have actually prided themselves in doing so much to enhancing the Nigerian economy. Otherwise, I call people like this the economic builders. Relax, brace yourself up and hear what they have to say and what is making their company very thick. I'll be back after this time out.
Union Auto Parts Manufacturing Company Limited is a member of Beto Group of companies. The company started with the manufacturing of dry charge batteries of all automotive, including generators. In order to survive the harsh manufacturing conditions in the year 2007, which forced most major industry players out of business, Union Auto Parts Company started a new plant that is fully maintenance-free batteries, the first battery manufacturing company in the whole of West Africa. Furthermore, in 2014, the team took up another greenfield project to do recycling of lead that will generate 1,800 metric tons and 21,000 metric tons monthly and yearly respectively. Also plan to export up to 1,600 metric tons monthly in order to generate a good revenue for the company and to contribute to the development of the economy.
Union Auto Part is the member company of Beto Group of companies, which has established in 1987. We started manufacturing dry charge batteries of all the ranges, starting from 35 ampere hours to 150 ampere hours for all automotives, including generators. Then in the year 2007, we started a new plant that is maintenance-free, fully maintenance-free batteries, completely maintenance-free batteries, which was the first battery manufacturing company in all of West Africa. We are the only battery manufacturing company which has survived in Nigeria with the harsh manufacturing condition in Nigeria. The most of the big players like Exide, Warta, Sonensign, they have closed down their operations much earlier than a decade. This is mainly because of the commitment and the determination of our chairman, Dr. Beto, to make this company a viable company in Nigeria. Therefore, in 2007, he has invested and brought a new technology which is completely maintenance-free batteries, and which was one of the first battery manufacturing company in all of Africa. Further, in year 2014, last year, he wanted to invest and modernize this plant modernize the whole plant and to improve the quality and also to give a new look to our product, so that the Nigerian, they accept our product and they like the product, the look of the product, the appearance of the product, and the quality of the product. Along with, we have started a project, a greenfield project, that is lead recycling plant, a rotary lead recycling plant in Umuzu. So that will generate 1,800 metric tons of lead in a month. So talk about 21,000 metric tons of lead in a year. So out of which we are planning to export 1,600 metric tons per month, which will generate a good revenue, forex, also which will improve the economy of this country. Why I am calling this is the greenfield project? Because the used disposed batteries, which is hazardous, so we collect those batteries, the scrap batteries, we recycle it with a state of art, and we reuse it, and remaining we export it.
Due to the importance of quality products and services, Union Auto Parts team acquired ISO and other certifications for their products, thereby making them up to standard in the market.
We have already acquired SON's NIS certificate from the zone, that is a quality certificate we acquired from zone. So that means our quality is certified by local government, and also we always ensure that our quality is our prime motto. So there are two things in batteries. The important part of, when you talk about quality, there are two aspects which comes. One is the CCA, the cold cranking current, and second part is the life. Any customer who buys battery to start his car, whenever he wants to start his car, easily it should start. One kick it should start. That's what a customer expects from the battery. The second thing, life. Okay, he fits this battery under his bonnet and he forgets for 2 years. We give 1 year warranty, but we assure our battery, our product lasts for 2 years.
Steyr Nigeria Ltd was established in the late 70s and commenced business operations immediately, in partnership of Steyr Australia with a 100% interest share, which was shared in order of 35%, 40% and 25%. Steyr Australia, Federal Government of Nigeria and other northeastern states respectively. The company was principally set up as an assembly plant. Initially, the plant has the capacity to produce on a single shift basis 5,000 tractors, 8,000 trucks and 5,000 units of buses. This means that the plant even has the capacity to double the production depending on the demands. From 1979 to 1990, the company operated successfully until the structural adjustment program struck the automotive industry in Nigeria, which affected badly the cost of bringing in raw materials as a result of naira depreciation, and as well paved way for the importation of second-hand vehicles, in turn robbed off patronage for Steyr Nigeria Ltd. Following the endeavors of the foreign partners, the federal government of Nigeria took over their shares. The operation became epileptic. This then led to the privatization of the plant in the year 2006-2007.
Steyr Nigeria Ltd was established in 1979 and commenced operations in 1979 by the federal military government then, in partnership with Steyr Porsche of Austria. The federal government had 35% stake, and Steyr Austria had 40%, totaling 75%, with a minority interest of 25% from the then northeastern states, which currently are about 6 of them. We're talking of Bauchi, Gombe, Adamawa, Taraba, Yobe, Borno, and Plateau and Nasarawa states as other shareholders. The company principally set off is an assembly plant. It produces and assembles a wide range of products ranging from tractors, principally tractors, light military and civilian trucks, commercial buses, tricycles, motorcycles, etc., etc., and as well as agricultural implements as it were. The plant at initial state had the capacity to produce 5,000 tractors per annum, 5,000 units of buses per annum, 8,000 units of trucks per annum, motorcycles and tricycles 10,000 units on a single shift basis. What this means is that the plant even has the capacity to double this installed capacity depending on demand. The plant operated successfully from 1979 up to about in the late 90s, when problems, economic policies of government affected the operations of the company. If you recall, sometime in the 80s, the structural adjustment programs adversely affected operations of manufacturing companies in Nigeria, not just the automobiles. And you recall that it's not just Steyr that was established in that period. There are some our other colleagues in Kaduna, Pan, in Lagos. In Lagos, there is Vaughan. There is also in Ibadan, Leyland. Then we have Anamco in Enugu. That structural adjustment program affected the capacity of these plants to bring in their raw materials, principally SKDs, because at that time the depreciation of the naira was devalued, and it made it more expensive for them to bring in these SKDs. And also it paved room for all sorts of second-hand vehicles to be brought into the country, which affected the capacity, which affected patronage. So with these problems, along with others, gradually led to the decline of the automobile sector, particularly the assembly plants, to the extent which now made the initial foreign technical partners to divest. They divested in the 90s. So when they divested, government now took over their own share. Federal government took over the share to now own 75% of Steyr. It continued like that, and it was epileptic, moribund. Today they produce, tomorrow they close down, until the government decided to privatize the plant, the company. So in 2006/2007, particularly 2006, the plan was set for privatization, and it was successfully privatized in 2007 by the Bureau for Public Enterprises. It was then that we came on board. With the hope that we will now structure the company, turn it around in order to take advantage of the numerous business challenges that we are facing. But you see, unfortunately, the business challenges then had not really dramatically changed, because we faced, and we're still faced with, unfair competition, very high tariff regime, which affected our ability to remain competitive in the face of cheaper products, lower quality products that were being brought from Asia and along from other parts of the world, which affected our capacity to produce. So that is where we have been in. That is the challenges we've been facing. But you see, we still remain, we are still alive. For that is what the engineers say, the factory is alive. It's alive and kicking, hoping that with changes in policy, with changes in the business environment, other process, to take advantage of that and move forward. So that is in a nutshell what Steyr, who we are.
Steyr came on board with a durable, strong and worldwide brand in the 70s. As such, their customers of yesteryears till date still believe and talks about the quality of the Steyr Nigeria product. Vehicles manufactured by Steyr can last for 50 years, though in recent times the operation of Steyr has gone low but the firm still enjoys a high level of goodwill, which is as a result of their durable and long-lasting product. The clientele base of Steyr is basically the government, its agencies, and as well as individuals.
Yeah, basically, you see, when Steyr started in the 70s, it came with a very, very strong brand. The Steyr brand is a worldwide brand. Very strong, very durable. In fact, if you meet the customers of yesteryears, they still talk about how strong the Steyr vehicles are, how strong the tractors are. Because a typical Steyr tractor, for instance, can last like 50 years. 50 years with proper maintenance. If you move around Edo, Delta, those trucks that carry the logs from wood, they are Steyr trucks. And those are the Steyr trucks of the 70s, and they're still kicking. You could see why I'm saying that it's a very, very strong brand. And because of that singular act of that strength of its brand, that is what has kept the Steyr going. Because despite the fact that we are not operating at reasonable capacity, anywhere you meet, you say you are Steyr, it reminds people, they become nostalgic about the Steyr. So that gives us hope that yes, whatever happens, we will not allow this outfit to go under. Basically, the clientele base of Steyr, of course, of government and its agencies, both federal, state, and local governments. Then, of course, we have individuals, cooperatives, as the case may be. But basically, the bulk of our customers, bulk of the customer base comes from the public sector, federal, state, and local governments. These are the ones we service. But recently, we have attempted to go through the retail, particularly in terms of the tricycle, as it were. We get other at the lower end of the market. But basically, generally, it has become a generic problem. The power, that is number one, because we don't need to overflog the issue of the power issue. That one is a national problem, which of course the government has invested a lot. The federal government has done a lot for the sector with its recent privatization. We hope that there's going to be some improvement in the power supply. The other problem that we face basically is sustained patronage. Sustained patronage. Because without the patronage, there's no way the products you put on ground can be disposed of. You cannot raise revenues. You cannot make sales without the sustained patronage. You have patronage, but you need it on a sustainable basis. And of course, prior to the recent enactment of the Nigerian automotive policy by the federal government sometime last year, we had faced serious issue of the tariff regime, because it was a situation whereby we had to compete with others who bring in our similar products at the same rate of tariff, which made it very, very uncompetitive for us. Why do I say that? We as plant, we bring in our CKDs at the same rate with somebody who brings in finished products. You pay virtually the same rate. It does not make sense. The one that brings in the finished products virtually has little or no overheads. We are an assembly plant. We bring in our SKDs. We pay the same duties, while we also have to maintain our plant. We have to maintain our staff. We have to maintain all other things that will ensure the production, the assembly and production of this. At the end of the day, all these costs are added to the final price of the product. And by the time you do this, your prices tend to be higher than the imported ones. So this makes you uncompetitive and pushes you out of business.
Azman Air Services is a limited liability company registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission in 2010 with the sole objective to carry out air transportation business, both domestic and international operation. The firm is wholly indigenous. Azman Air Services presently cuts across Yola, Kaduna, Kano, Lagos, Abuja and Sokoto, while plans for the services to spread to other states is in progress.
Azman Air Services Nigeria Limited is a limited liability company which was registered with the Corporate Affairs in 2010 with the sole objective of carrying out air transportation business, both domestic and international operation. The company is wholly owned by Nigerians, with my humble self as president. Although we started operation in May 2014. We are daily flying in and out of Abuja, Kano, Kaduna, Lagos, Yola, and Sokoto Airport. We are planning to acquire more aircraft to expand our operation to Port Harcourt, Enugu, Calabar, KB, Katsina, Jos, Bauchi, and other places.
The firm has qualified engineers home and abroad, dedicated workers, and competent pilots. The Azman brand is known for safety, training, and retraining of staff.
You see, Azman Air Services is having modern aircraft in its plate, which are maintained by qualified engineers at home and abroad. We in Azman Air have competent pilots who are well known in terms of safety and professions. We always give priority to routine training and retraining for our crew to ensure maximum safety and competency. For the ground staff, we give them all needed training and require tools for the operation and ensure safe and smooth operation. As you know, safety of flight always begins on ground.
At Azman, special attention is given to students in the sense that airfares are subsidized for them. The Azman Group has over 5 million persons under its employment list, of which most of its employees are Nigerians.
You see, I think even this coming Friday, we have students, they came here, Kano for occasions. They are going back to Lagos. So we subsidize the fare we give students. There was a time we carried about 90 students from Yola to Lagos. We subsidize the fare for students. You see, always when we calculate our operational costs, we don't mind to get profit for the student. So we just give them, let them come and fly Azman. You see, we have a large Nigerians, and almost our employers are Nigerians, both Azman Air and Azman Oil and Gas. It is just a few which they are foreigners, but we give a lot of people. I employ a lot of Nigerians in my industry, in my company. If I told you how many employees I have in my company, you can surprise. You see, in the Azman Air Services, I have about 700 people employed in Azman Air Services. In oil and gas, I have about 5 million because I have a lot of filling stations across all the northern part in the Nigeria. I employ a lot of people in oil and gas.
Well, if you had this right time with permit us, I want to say thank you so very much to all of you wherever you have watched this program. for your mails, your phone calls, and your encouragement. More importantly, some of you who have called us, those of you in Port Harcourt, those of you in Abuja, those of you in Asaba, those of you even here in Lagos who have called to criticize. Your criticism is to make us serve you much more better. I want to say thank you so very much. You are a mirror, and we are here to serve you much more better. Well, don't forget, tomorrow is election. Please let us pray for our leaders. Be peaceful, avoid violence. Don't allow anybody to instigate you or to make you do something that is off your will. Please and please be careful. Always remember this. Think of what you can do to make Nigeria great and not for us to pull down Nigeria. I'll be with you again same time next week. God's willing. Stay blessed.